Hello guys, today I'm gonna show you the basics kinda of Awakening Nova, how to play and what can you do with the class in general. So first off, we're gonna start how to stay protected and kinda move around. So first of all, obviously you have your dashes, right? You have Break Orbit, pretty low cooldown. And you also have Twisted Orbit, it's just like LMB after the dash and stuff. That's for like your dashing. It's like pretty low cooldown, so it's like kind of spammable. Then you have Royal Fencing, SF. That basically gives you a casting speed buff, and it's like also pretty low cooldown. Plus it's super armor, right? So you always wanna make sure to rotate it and use it. Then also Shift Q, pretty long SA. If you hit your enemy, it's kind of hit staggering them, so it's kind of annoying for them. You also have like ARGB with like the core swooping ring. That's also one of your main catches. You have Q, it's just forward guard slicing ring. And you can also use Shift LMB. It's also forward guard. So yeah. You can also do SF into Shift LMB, so Shift LMB animation is a bit faster. But you can also just side dash out of it to cancel it kinda. So yeah, your movement just like WRMB, the dashes, SF, Shift Q, Q, SF. You can always reposition with your dashes, right? You can also use like Comet, WF, just for like repositioning. And also F. Gain like a bit more distance. Same as SQ. So like F is lunge, WF is comet, and riposte is SQ. So you can kind of like use them also for movement, right? If you wanna get further away from your opponent. But that's basically it for like just staying protective and yeah, farming your Accel inside a 1v1 or whatever. Okay, now I'm gonna show you how to get your Star's Breath back. Okay, so first of all, in Node Wars and Siege, for example, or like any bigger fights, right? Always make sure to pop your ebuff immediately, Shift E, because it covers 40%, right? So that alone is like 40% already. Outside of combat as well, you can basically you press A or D while pressing ARGB for like 2 vacuums. So you see like 2 vacuums coming out, 1, 2, and then you press S ARGB to collect. That gives you 15%. Then you also have slicing ring Q, gives you 10%, right? And it's like 10 seconds cooldown, both of them. So you can do vacuums again. You can wait for Q, right? Boom. LMB also recovers 0.5. But that takes like a long time, right? So it's kind of pointless. So it's like mostly your vacuums and Q outside of combat. But if you have like horses around or like shies or whatever, or like people are fighting and you're like on the side kinda, you still want Accel, you can use like Shift Q, right? It's like kinda long range and gives you also acceleration back. Like any skill you use gives you Star's Breath, so yeah. But just outside of combat is like your vacuums and Q kinda. And your ebuff. Okay, for like the main combo that I use outside of acceleration, it's either I get a CC with WRMB, swooping ring. It's a stiff. So you can like follow up on whatever you want. You can grab, for example, you can do comet for KD or whatever. there are like a lot of options you can do. Just kind of depends on your cooldowns. But in general, let's say you get a grab. I do magnus, behind F, SLMB, comet, RCC, SQ, shift arm B, Q, F, rabam. And then if you get both down smashes from your F and the third rabam, you can basically wait until the enemy's standing up again, and then you can like freeze them. So with either like a binding star or in pre-rating SE. Absolute Ice Prison is also freeze. Like this one you can also use, just depends kinda. And you can also use Absolute Croatum's Binding. It's a 6-second freeze, so it's pretty long. Also works. And if you freeze your opponent after your combo, right, you can do like Shift Q or whatever on him if you're not like full Accel. And then you can just combo him again, right? But that's kind of it for like 1v1s. Also Magnus skill, for example, if you do grab and Magnus, it's removing DP buffs from like Valks and stuff, so it's the passive here. All DP increase effects are removed. So it's pretty nice. It's like, oh, some extra damage, right? So yeah. It's same if you miss your grab, you can still do like Magnus after, right? So you're like in super armor. Or if you miss your grab, you can also do SF. It's also super armor and it's a stun. So yeah. To get back 30% of your star spread, you wanna make sure to throw 2 vacuums in acceleration version before it runs out. So basically now you wanna do 2 vacuums. And when you're out of star spread, you do 2 again, normal ones, and collect. That gives you 30% star spread. Or like the main bombing combo, it's usually like you pop and guard, right? Then you pop your ebuff. Because if you pop and guard first, and then after your ebuff, you're gonna have 10 seconds of super armor, right? So you still can get grabbed, but you can't get CC'd, right? And if you get grabbed and you don't die, you're like just gonna stand up again and you can dash out. But in general, you pop your guard first. So either you press E or you press WQ for Accel swooping ring. Usually I just press E and then my ebuff, right? And I engage with like Shift LMB. That's like my usual combo. Or just like straight bombing. Like you can skip maybe Shift Q at the end. Frozen ring. Just depends, right? Like if you actually like, I mean, if you're like close to die, you can just either risk it and just do it, or I mean, you just disengage again, right? Because most of the time, you can just re-engage in like a couple seconds. You wait a bit for your cooldowns. And you can go again, right? There's also like 2 ways of how to play, kinda. Like basically Nova is like, it's turbo busted, but it's a worse Dracania, Awakening Dracania. Because on Awakening to Arcania, you don't really have like downtime, right? On Nova, you kind of want to play with like Accel. So you're gonna have like downtime, right, to get your Star Spread back. And then there's like two ways. You can either just pop your Guard and play without the super armor. It's just like a lot of stuff is unprotected. That's like the downside, right? But since your class is so fast, it doesn't matter that much. Like, you probably find a lot of times if you just pop your Guard without 10 seconds SA and just play like this, and it's gonna be fine. Like, just because you're so fast. But if you like actually wanna play kind of, I don't know, like more protected and whatever, right? It takes you longer because, I mean, first of all, you need to get your Star Spirit back so you can pop in. But then you also most likely need to wait for your Ebuff, right, for the super armor. Because it has like 30 seconds cooldown. It's not really long, right? But it just takes time, you know, like, just depends, really. Mostly I just play with normal acceleration, because I don't want to wait, right? Like, waiting is kind of boring. Also, for acceleration combo in 1v1s, it's almost like the same. You're still gonna get like your main CC with swooping ring, WRB. That's like one of the best catches, kinda. But you can also just grab, right? Obviously you grab. Also the combo, it depends, right? You can just grab WQ, F, SLMB, comet, shift LMB, shift RMB. There's like a lot of stuff you can do, kinda. You can also just, on like normal DR targets, it doesn't really matter that much. Like, you just go in, do your shit, and like you're not gonna need a lot of skills. You're gonna need like 2 or 3 skills, and they're just dead. It's only like Valks and Cadry player being insanely tanky, I guess, where you need a bit more maybe. But in general, people just die from like WQ, FS, LMB, Shift RMB, for example, or something. Or even before. You don't really need like a lot of skills for most people. Especially if you have gear, right? That's like the main thing, kinda. I play Awakening Missile, right? So I guess like kind of scuffed right now, but it still works. Mostly I just run like melee AP, all-out attack. And as Crystal, just like basically full RBF, right? Not even like special attack evasion. Just like full damage. But I also have like this set here for like more accuracy, right? Like double Viper, basically. But on like full AP, like this gear, I can, I mean, basically you can kill like a double Cadry Valk if you CC him, and he's not resisting. You can pretty much easily kill him with your acceleration. Non-acceleration, probably not. Maybe close, but with acceleration you can 100% kill them. So yeah, especially if you run normal gear like Nuva and stuff, you're gonna be fine. But you're also gonna be like Topo Squishy, right? That's like the thing. But yeah.